Dear friends, this week we read the portion of Pekudei, which is the final portion of the second book of the Torah, Shemos, or known in English as Exodus. And it's also the last of the 5 portions which talks about the building of the tabernacle, the first sanctuary, holy abode that the Jewish people had put together. And in this portion where it summarizes the final activity of the Jewish people in putting together this Mishkan, it tells us who led it. Obviously, Moshe Rabbeinu Moses was on top of it all, but who was the one who led the actual project? So there was Bezalel, and along with him was another fellow, Aholiav. Now Bezalel, when the Torah introduces to us Bezalel and Aholiav, it tells us who they were and their father's name and to which tribe they belonged. But by Bezalel it says Bezalel ben Uri ben Chur l'matei Yehuda. It says his father's name and his grandfather's name. Why would he go another generation beyond to tell us his grandfather's name? When they're telling us his father, we know which tribe he belonged to. We are told that Bezalel was 13 years old, just a young bar mitzvah boy. See, obviously he was incredibly skilled and a great genius in architecture and being able to project manage this great project, this most unusual project of building not only an incredible structure in the desert at the time, but one that will be able to withhold within it holiness and sacredness and God's home where we all feel uplifted and energized and special. So how did Bezalel earn that ability at such a young age to be able to do it? Weren't there other greater people who maybe had the exact same talent? What was it? And the answer is this exact reason why the Torah tells us who his grandfather was as well. Chur was one of 2 people that Moses appointed when he went up on the mountain after the Jews received the 10 Commandments from God. And he went up on the mountain for 40 days to receive the tablets engraved by God to bring to the Jews. And as we know how the story ended, that the Jews miscalculated the 40 days by a day, and therefore they made the golden calf. What happened when they miscalculated and the 40th day arrived and Moses didn't show up? So the pandemonium broke out. The Jewish people, their only communication to God and from God was through Moshe. He's not here anymore. Pandemonium. They go to the 2 leaders who were appointed to lead them while Moses was gone. The first one they go to was Chur. And they tell Chur, Moses is not coming back. He promised us he's going to be back at the 6 hours into the day. The day is past. He's not coming back. We have to do something. We got to make an idol. We got to get a new God, a new communicator to God. And Chur is fighting back and saying, no, Moses is coming back. He miscalculated. It's tomorrow. It starts, the 40 days started the evening, not the day he went up. And they're arguing. And he's not relenting. And they end up killing him. Then they go to Aaron, and Aaron sees what happened to Chur. So Aaron starts working with them, and he says, okay, you want to do something? Fine, gather your gold, hoping to buy time. But they quickly gathered their gold. Okay, we'll take time, we'll do something else. But they quickly made an idol. And then they wanted to serve. He pushed them off to the next morning, but they woke up early the next morning before Moses came down, and the golden calf, and the story happened. So Aaron, with all his greatness, had a part in making the golden calf, unintentionally. But he had a part. Chur had no part in making the golden calf. He was totally committed that he wouldn't even let this idea of buying time put any doubt into anyone that Moses is coming back. And this was the uniqueness of Chur and why his grandson merited to be the one to build the house of God. The foundation of Jewish life is total commitment beyond 100%. It's not just we do it when it makes sense, when it sounds good, when it feels good, when it fit, all the pieces fit together. But there's a commitment that goes beyond logic. Even if Moses doesn't show up, I know that God is not going to abandon us. I know God is always going to be with us. That was Chur's incredible commitment that he portrayed to the Jews. The Jews unfortunately weren't up to it at that time. They killed him. But that's the commitment upon which a house of God has to be built. And therefore his grandson built the house of God. And so to all of us. We build our homes. Our homes are houses of God. They are places which are called the Mishkan Miyat, the miniature temple. How does our home become a miniature temple? There has to be a total commitment to God. Now, it doesn't mean you have to be the most righteous person, but even if in one part of your Judaism there's a commitment that's unbendable, then nothing will ever change it, then nothing will ever bend it or sow doubt into it. That's the foundation of a Jewish home, of a Jewish family. When you have that, the future is assured. But when you're missing that commitment, even though you're good in a general basis, but you can fall apart. And that's what we all need. We need to find that place in our Judaism where our commitment is so strong that nothing will ever put any doubt into it, and nothing will ever make it waver. So I want to wish you all to build beautiful homes, mikdash ma'at, miniature temples, a home that's uplifting, spiritual, special for you and everyone that comes in contact with you, and you help create the atmosphere around you. So Shabbat Shalom. God bless you all. We love you all. Shabbat candlelighting time in Montreal this week is 5:32 p.m.